How Marvel keeps themselves on cue with modern advancement and blends them so well in their stories, be it in science and different branches of science, as in physics, chemistry, biology, and more. Be in current or futuristic tech gadgets used. Be in what their research team could ponder on about how characters and stories pan out. And keep up the MCU universe as interesting as it has been. Lately, there are some not well thought out stories that are making audiences not to be wooed by Marvel, but their great deliverance of stories mixing it with VFX. Theoretical realities has made the standards so high. Marvel has been extremely smart in how they try to represent science, and internally it is called Marvel science. It's obviously not real science, but it is rooted in things from real-world science and modern intriguing theories in physics. We certainly hope that the upcoming Marvel movies are going to bring back the lost mojo of MCU soon. From the excerpt of an article published in The Wired in 2020, where they interviewed scientist Clifford Johnson, who along with the Science and Entertainment Exchange set up by US National Academy of Science, helps keep things in check so MCU keeps themselves sort of aligned to the current theories and correct science. So the thoughtful alien worlds and multiple universes within the stories can function with reality and imagination. We are going to discuss a few of those concepts and how they have panned out in the movies in this video, and how, if any, that we think may be seen in future movies. Wormhole. In layman terms, a wormhole is one of the ways of going from point A to B in the universe faster than light, or in other words, it is like a tube that skips over conventional space-time somehow and connects to different points in the universe. In Marvel science, an Einstein-Rosen bridge, or wormhole, a portal to another universe. With that simple idea in mind, it has been used multiple times in the MCU. We are listing a few for you. Hydra in 1945, when Red Skull took the Tesseract with his bare hand. The Space Stone within created a wormhole which transported him to Vormir. In the movie Thor, Jane Foster was researching wormholes and studied the possibility of them. In the movie, these wormholes are connecting 9 realms, which are 9 planets or worlds in different universes. Not only this, in the movie, the Bifrost Bridge that Heimdall controls can also be visualized as Einstein-Rosen Bridge connecting 2 different universes. We will elaborate more on this in the later part of the video. In the movie Avenger, we witness a wormhole opening above New York City in which Chitauri flow through, which was created by Space Stone in the Tesseract. Thor Ragnarok has used it to show how a wormhole may function or look like during their escape to Devil's Anus. It also shows different characters and visuals depending on what kind of astrophysical object we find at its end. Time Heist in Avengers Endgame was also something that shows wormholes, but it is something we elaborate more in the next video. According to concepts multiverse and timeline, if someone alters time or events in the past, it creates another branch of that universe which proceeds on its own. This does not happen in Avengers Endgame. For more details about branching, do check out the show Loki. Quantum Realm. As Scott Lang says in Ant-Man and the Wasp, do you guys just put the word quantum in front of everything? Quantum realm, or the physics of it, has been around for a century now. It simply describes how light or matter behaves at the subatomic atomic level. There are suggestions that electrons and all matter moves like waves, which in essence are particles. To add complexity to this wave-particle duality, Schrödinger derived a wave equation that described the quantum state of a particle or group of particles. This equation was known immediately to be correct mathematically, but puzzlingly, it also described strange realities. For example, it states a particle could be in 2 places at the same time. No one could explain what this meant in the everyday world. Few scientists have suggested that the multiple possibilities dictated by Schrödinger's equation actually predict multiple actualities. That is, many worlds, or the multiverse if you're in the MCU. The particle really is in both places, just in different universes, and they interfere with each other, but you can only directly measure one of them in your own reality. In the movie, Dr. Pym said, "The quantum realm is a largely unexplored subatomic dimension, about which scientists currently know very little." Pym also says the concepts of time and space become irrelevant when entering the realm, and whoever tries to explore it may become trapped for eternity. This concept has been at the heart of Ant-Man, and along with its superpowers where it can change its size from giant to a minuscule, it can also enter into that subatomic realm. This power is achieved with the help of something called the Pym particle, conceived by Dr. Hank Pym. Again, a product of Marvel science, these are particles of an extra-dimensional nature that are capable of altering the size of beings or objects. Ant-Man Scott Lang's incursion into the quantum realm began on a microscopic level, then entered atomic size, later dissolving into pure energy and waves, then in a fractal-like reality where the shrinking person meets an infinite number of mirror images of themselves, and ending in a weightless dark void with pockets of dim light. This incursion is very much on cue with the current string theory models and has been shown beautifully on how each layer is observed. The depiction grew with each version of Ant-Man movies as and when theories of subatomic layers also evolved in the real world. It is also said that layering is based on the former Disneyland attraction Adventure Through Inner Space. Staying on point with the subatomic world, MCU even shows tardigrades attacking Dr. Pym at one point of time when he travels to this realm. Tardigrades are attributed to the first multicellular organism to be quantum entangled. In simple words, quantum entanglement means when you do measurement on one particle, you automatically do it on another, regardless of their position in space or universe. In Avenger Endgame, when Ant-Man escapes quantum realm after staying in for half a decade, it seems to him as if only 5 hours have passed. Like Dr. Pym says, the concept of space-time becomes irrelevant there. Eventually, he describes the working of the quantum realm to Marvel's superheroes so that they can travel back in time and collect all the Infinity Stones. Apart from Dr. Lang, Doctor Strange has also been a visitor to this domain for a few times, not only when he visited Kamar Taj, when the Ancient One sends his astral form to multiple dimensions, including quantum, but also when he is traveling the multiverse in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. The quantum realm, as suggested in Marvel science, is one of many dimensions in multiverse. We will keep seeing quantum realm in many MCU series and looking forward to see newer depths in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Multiverse. It appears that no one has coined this term multiverse more than MCU. This is the basis of many upcoming stories of Marvel and have based the movies on this concept. In fact, the movie Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is totally based on this theoretical concept. The concept of multiverse started in MCU with the introduction of 9 realms and how they are connected in Thor: The Dark World, 2013. These 9 realms could be worlds or universes. Dr. Selvig in this movie says these 9 realms are not only connected but passing: light, gravity, and even matter. There is some physical basis to this imaginative story. 9 realms very much coincides with 9 spatial or space dimensions and 1 time dimension, as in string theory. As MCU tells, 1 realm could hold Earth and other Asgard, and the bridge that connects them, which they call the Bifrost, could be very well a wormhole. To imagine Einstein-Rosen bridge or wormhole theoretically, we have to imagine 2 black holes connected, like one funnel on top of another upside down, which is like a bridge connecting 2 universes. The term multiverse is further expanded in various other movies, like in Doctor Strange, when the Ancient One sends Doctor Strange's astral body through the multiverse. We can see how Doctor Strange falls through multiple universes and learns ours is just one universe. He gets that these multiple universes hold their own unique laws and existences. According to physicist Stephen Hawking, each universe in the multiverse may have different physical rules or laws if we go through one. A perfect example is shown in Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness, where he travels through multiple universes and each universe shows the uniqueness with the laws of the world. His body goes through multiple transformations according to each world. At one point, it is shown that they are a blot of color, referring to characteristics of that universe. The reason for this uniqueness is attributed to the theory of eternal inflation, which suggests that these universes are getting created every when and then, and each baby universe brings its different laws to its own realm. This is one of the dominant theories in cosmology, and MCU picked on it. It is also shown in the movie Spider-Man: Far From Home, when Spider-Man meets Mysterio. The theory of internal inflation and universes with unique abilities are debatable, but not far-fetched, according to Professor Michio Kaku. They have further expanded on the concept of multiverse with the basis of timeline. For instance, if you have watched the show Loki, where a small presentation shows what timelines are, where they say there is a sacred timeline that could be our universe. Any change you do in the past creates another branch from the sacred timeline, which in turn creates a nexus event. This event has to be stopped before it somehow corrupts the current sacred timeline. They even coined the idea of TVA, Time Variance Authority, that keeps these branchings in check. Loki not only showed how a universe can exist, but how one does not. Even like many other physiological differences within various universes, they even show many versions of Loki, including a woman. Hope it makes sense on how MCU is expanding on this idea. This should be enough material to make your mind twisted with all multiple universe theories, wormholes, and quantum realm, even if you're sitting on a small blue planet, which, if even wiped out, will not make a difference to the current universe. Debatably. In the next video, we will see the cool gadgets from MCU weaponry and how the time heist in Avengers Endgame did not alter the current reality, even though MCU superheroes alter the past. More to come, stay tuned, and if you make it so far, please consider subscribing.